So, you probably just got done with the beginning parts of your pre-con account, whether that's re-rolling, starting a new account, or maybe you were one of the people that did the pre-launch. Either way, now is a great time because the full launch of this game's global release is now out. So, you've probably seen a couple of people already started to roll a lot because they're trying to get every single unit so they can climb arena and all that good stuff. Let me tell you why you shouldn't be doing that. So first of all, we're going to start here on the gotcha screen here. And let's talk about one of the main reasons why I don't think you should be rolling a lot to start. Now, when you originally begin the game, if you're starting a new account, you're going to get about 3,000 jewels to start from the pre-order bonuses, start dash bonuses, whatever you want to call it. The stuff for beginning the game, and then you're probably going to get a little bit more just for doing the first couple of stages, clearing out some of the story. Maybe you're already into arena and getting the free jewels for kind of just climbing the ladder or whatever. Once you're done with all of that, you're probably going to have a good chunk of jewels, and when you start the game, yeah, you are going to want to roll down those couple ones just so you can get some mixes of units, different types, so that you're not running the same units over and over again, because it's really going to be hard to clear a lot of content without really grinding out some stuff to fully clear it with the team that you're probably going to start with. But once you get past that and you've got a decent setup after a couple of rolls, you really don't need to be rolling every single time you get 1,500 jewels. Now, most people that have played other gotchas probably know the idea of saving and whatnot, but even then, I'm also going to talk to people that are planning on whaling in this game or just being a dolphin or whatever, if you're planning on spending on this game in the gotcha. So let's already talk about the details of the gotcha. This is the only gotcha that's available right now in the game, as of the recording of this, unless Precom does something crazy. Going into the draw rates, 2.5% SSR rate. We've already probably seen that, talked about that. Everyone's here. This is just your normal, permanent gotcha. There's no rate ups or anything like that. The only, I guess, rate up is Anna here has 0.1% more. I don't know if that's an error or not, but I guess that's a rate up for now, but it's not a rate up in the way that you obviously want to see it. So, in my opinion, it's not worth rolling right now. All of these units are going to be in the game forever. They're not going anywhere. So why am I telling you to not roll? Because there's a unit coming out in a couple of weeks that's really, really powerful. She's called June, and she's going to be super, super, super important for PvE content. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly take you guys to June. This is June right here. This is her. She is a front guard unit here. And she's pretty badass. She's also voiced by Saber from Fate Stay Night. If that helps you sell on her a little bit more. So you've probably seen this character, June, pop up every now and then. You've probably heard content creators on YouTube, Twitch, Discords, whatever, talking about how good she is. So why am I telling you that you need to save for her? Because she's actually not a limited unit. She's a permanent unit in the game. The reason why is simply because we're going to get a mode here in a couple of weeks called Clan Battle. And for Clan Battle, June is really, really handy to have because Clan Battle is in essence a really big PvE event that you can do with your clan or guildmates, which is basically sort of similar to the dungeon setup that we've had previously. And so what she does is her Union Burst casts a barrier on herself that absorbs a medium amount of magical and physical damage. So again, that's a pretty solid ability because you don't have a lot of units that do both physical and magical damage defense ups right now. It's only on herself, but again, her job is to go in against PvE content and kick ass. She's not the best for PvP content though. You probably would still prefer to use someone like Nozomi, Miyako, or Kuka as your tanks in the front line. She's really just set for PvE content. You can use her in PvP, but I think there are better options. Her rank 2 skill, small HP recovery to the ally with the lowest current HP, again, so she's also can do some healing jobs as a tank. She's really the whole complete package when it comes to PvE content. And then her rank 4, again, I'm not going to go into all of this because there's probably plenty of other content creators that can do a way better job of going in depth in this. I'm just trying to sell you guys on why you should be waiting to roll for her in a couple of weeks. Is inflicting a small amount of physical damage to the closest enemy, and a small reduction in the target's physical defense. So if you've got Makoto, if you were lucky enough to get her in the reroll process, I know a lot of people are rerolling for Makoto, her and June go really well together because they both have physical defense debuffs to which you can just absolutely start shredding through people if you're going with a fully physical team, so, you know, like Makoto, June, maybe a Reno or something like that, you can really do a lot of damage in PvE content. And her EX skill, which is if you get her to rank 7, is a medium increase to her own magical defense at the start of the battle, which just makes her tankier. Always nice to have. So all in all, she's a really strong unit, and she's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. She is permanent, so you might be saying, whatever, dude, I can just roll whenever I want, I'm a whale, or whatever. But I do think that it's a better use of your money. Not that whales really care about how much money it is. Let's be honest, we're all just throwing it into a giant gambling vat here. But I still think that you're better off just getting a couple of the solid units, get like a magic damage dealer, get you one of the tanks like Miyako or Nozomi. Again, a magic damage dealer, maybe like a Hatsune, or, you know, maybe even a Maho to help you in the back line, get some of your TP up so you can get those Union Bursts off quicker, something like that, and then just really use any of the units that you got from your first couple of rolls, and you can just make a team out of that. Because honestly, nobody that's starting the game right now, you are not getting into the top 100, 200 on either of the arenas, because there have been guys like myself that have been playing the game since the beginning of soft launch that have 5-star Nozomi, you know, 5-star Miyakos, 5-star Hatsunes, or Lord knows, just a bunch of really high-tiered units that are all geared out, your gears are fine, and quite frankly, you're going to lose on time. You are not, it's not that you couldn't eventually beat them, is that because the timer is set up in Arena, you're not going to beat them. So for PvP, there's no point in really going too hard right now, and honestly, you can really just focus on the PvE content for a little while you eventually, slowly but surely, catch up to the people that have been playing for a long period of time. So again, silly over. We're gonna go over it again. Don't spend right now. Save for June. It's coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks. Because even then, if you don't have a big, like, #1 unit that can clear everything, like let's say you don't have Makoto, or you don't have Hatsune, or you don't have Nozomi, or like that unit that can really kind of just carry you through the content, you can still clear this game with all of the F2P units you get. There's a guy who's a good friend of mine, great streamer as well. His name is SkyJLV. You can look him up right now. He's done a whole account that has cleared just about every single content in the game with a fully free-to-play team that he has started with. Has barely rolled any of the jewels except the jewels that he kind of gets for free, and even then he kind of holds back, doesn't try and start up his units too much, so it's going to be as pretty close to what you're going to have when you start the game as possible. Look him up if you need help. It's totally possible to do it with those units. You do not have to spend all of your jewels right now, because I've seen so many people in Discords and even some people streaming right now that have opened up that credit card. They've started swiping. They started, I'm going to get all the units. I'm going to start up all my units using my amulets, and we're going to be good to go. And I just don't think that is a economically viable strategy. It's just not sound. So if I've hopefully changed your mind on maybe trying to go too hard, just hoard those jewels. You're going to have the same crop of units at the exact same rates that you could have gotten them right now in a couple of weeks, and you might have a shiny new unit that's really, really strong for PvE content if you do so. So if that was enough to convince you, you can go tell me if I'm right, if I'm wrong, anything in between. I'm probably streaming right now when this video comes out at twitch.tv/NateVaughn. Come by, say hi if you want to. But more than anything, I hope you guys are enjoying Princess Connect Redive. It's a really fun game, super free-to-play friendly, and it's just really a strong game. So I hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, thank you for watching.